So, where were you when you first met Jeff? And what were your thoughts? And did you ever think that y'all were going to start dating?
I was at Under Armour, so work. That's where I was, 18 years old. And my first thought was, I need help with this scan gun. Then my second thought was, let me ask him because he's cute. Did I think we were going to start dating? Absolutely not.
Where was y'all's first date?
We technically did not have a first date. So we were both 18 years old. We didn't have no money. And we were in college. So, like, there was no first date. Like, nowadays, everybody first date, oh, we went to Ruth Chris and all this stuff. Like, we FaceTime. Or actually, no, FaceTime wasn't even a thing. We was on Skype and we was on Uvu.
Skype is crazy.
And
Uvu is crazy.
Yeah, like, there was no, we were, like, both away. He was in Harford County in college, and I was in York, Pennsylvania for college. So there was no first date. But I can say the first time that we, like, hung out, were we boyfriend and girlfriend? Yeah. The first time we, like, hung out was in my dorm to see the Beyonce concert at the Super Bowl. That's what that was when the Ravens won the Super Bowl and Beyonce performed at halftime. That was, like, our first time, like, hanging out as a couple, which was in February. 2013 Super Bowl was in February. So, yep, that was, like, our first time hanging out. We ordered, like, wings and pizza, and we watched the Ravens. Who did they play? I don't remember who they played, but
They played San Francisco. That's when the lights went out, right?
Yeah, that's when the lights went out. So, yep, we watched the Ravens win the Super Bowl, and we watched Beyonce perform.
Would you say you was nervous for your first time hanging out, or was it a natural vibe?
It was natural because we had been talking. So that was 2013. We were talking and texting and video chatting since 2011. So we had already known each other. We were already comfortable with each other. So, yeah.
What would you say is your favorite trait about Jeff?
What is my favorite trait of his? Like, personality trait?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if you have a multitude of traits that you like about him, I say top 3.
Everybody doesn't get to see this side, and you're probably not really going to see this side unless you know him, but he's so unserious. That's number 1. From the outside looking in, of course people are going to say he's cool, calm, and collected. Until you truly get to know him, he is a very unserious individual, and it's hilarious to me. I love his honesty and his realness. Honesty and realness goes hand in hand. He's going to tell you how it is. He's going to tell you how he feel. And he loves to not care about what other people think. He's going to still say how he feels, which I can appreciate. And I'm trying to think of the word for it. He is a great motivator. When you don't feel like doing something, he is the person to motivate you to get it done.
So over time, as y'all have been dating and going out and things like that, how did you know that this person was for you? Like, what was that breaking point where you felt like this is the person that I might be with for the rest of my life?
I can't give a time frame of when it happened because so much time has passed since then. But I can say that the moment I The moment I felt like, you know, with your family members, how like you would give them your last or you would sacrifice something for them. The moment I felt like that is when I knew, like, all right, this may be the person that I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. So, trying to give an instance. I don't know if it happened. It maybe we started dating my sophomore year. Yes, my sophomore year in college. This feeling maybe have occurred maybe my senior year of college. So we would have been dating for like 2 years. And when I felt like I would be able to sacrifice something or give him my last, or I felt protective over him, like I would, feel protective over a family member, that's when I felt like, okay, this is it. It's a done deal.
Where were you when you first met Jan? What were your first thoughts, and did you think that y'all would start dating?
I first met her at the Under Armour warehouse in Curtis Bay. She was hanging out with my brother's sister, and naturally we started talking just because we knew some of the same people. And what was the second part?
Do you think that y'all were going to start dating?
Nah, not right away. And what did I think that we was gonna be married? Is that the last one?
It was just, did y'all think y'all was gonna start dating?
Oh no, not right away. It was just more so like friendship. We knew some of the same people, but I didn't think right away that we'd be dating.
Where was y'all's first date, or what would you consider y'all first date or hangout?
That's a good question. I honestly don't even know. I know we spent a lot of time just, I guess, like going out to the movies and going out to eat. But I really don't remember what our first date was. She probably gonna be mad at me, but I don't know. I really don't remember.
What is your favorite trait about Jan? Or you can give me your top 3.
I think I don't have a particular order, but I would say definitely her work ethic and how resilient she is. And I don't know, man. It's just like a toughness that she got. She doesn't like. Let's say if she going through something, or she dealing with some type of adversity. She does a great job of not letting it show. If you didn't know her personally, you wouldn't know what she's battling with. So I do love that about her. I love how empathetic she can be at times. Always putting herself in somebody else's shoes. And I would say her sense of humor. Very funny, can be extremely goofy at times, but those will probably be my top traits.
How did you know this was the person for you? Like, how did you know that this would be somebody that you would be spending the rest of your life with?
I guess I knew she was going to be the person for me when she stayed with me through my worst. Janice has seen me go through some very tough times throughout my life. Adversity with my basketball stuff, losing my grandmother, not having a job, car being repossessed, all kinds of stuff. And, she stayed with me through all of that. So I knew right there she was the one.
what is black love to you? Like, what does that look like? And if y'all have like examples of black love that y'all seen that y'all kind of been like, I want that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think we really, I'm going to speak for myself. I didn't really have any examples of black love. I grew up with a single mom, and she didn't get married until like I was older. And even then, like, that marriage didn't last much long, like, at all. So I didn't have any examples of what black love was in the home. So a lot of my reference, it's unrealistic, but a lot of my reference was movies. You know, the typical black movies that you saw, like, I don't know, like Love Jones, like those hopeless romantic movies is like what I saw like black love to be. And as I got older, I'm like, that was a toxic black love. So I didn't really have a lot of examples. So this is why, you know, me being married is still kind of like surreal, because I didn't grow up with this at home at all. So
Well, to the first part of your question, I believe, you know, black love is obviously, you know, two African American people, you know, together in marriage. Similar to Janisa, I mean, I wouldn't say I grew up in a household with black love. You know, coming from a single mom home. So I didn't really see that on a day-to-day in the house. The closest thing I probably saw to that was my grandmother and my grandfather. They've been married, you know, pretty much my whole life. And I'm assuming they've been married, my mom, aunts, and uncles' whole life as well. And I know with their relationship, it was pretty old-fashioned. My grandfather pretty much did all the hands-on work around the home. He worked, paid all the bills. And my grandmother was more so like I guess the person who would cook, you know, clean, do all the nursing, picking up the kids from school, all that kind of stuff. So I guess that's the closest thing I've seen to black love. As far as me, like, saying that I wanted that, I wasn't really sure that's what I wanted growing up. As far as, like, me and Janisa being married, it started as a friendship, you know. Over time, we became best friends, and then through all the trials and tribulations, it turned into...
trials and tribulations.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a whole lot of stuff we went through, you know what I'm saying? So through everything, it turned into, you know, this is somebody I couldn't see myself without. And then, you know, from there, obviously, I went to marriage. But, yeah, I guess that's pretty much my vision of black love, or what I seen it to be.
Okay. So, being that we're in a society where, you know, marriage isn't as prevalent as it should be or as it has been in past ages, what was the push to make this commitment to each other?
You want me to go first, or you want to go first?
I'll go first. Yeah, I mean, marriage is definitely something that you don't see a lot with my generation. I think for me, like I said earlier, I just couldn't see myself living without her, you know? So it was like, why not? Excuse me. We're not getting any younger, you know what I mean? So I just couldn't see why not. There was no reason for me not to do it, or it was nothing that was like, I don't think this is a good idea. So that's what it was for me.
So you saying what the push was
Yeah.
to get married, or why we wanted to get married? Yeah, I think after a certain time, like at that point we were together, 7 years?
Mm-hmm.
We, you know, traditionally you want, I forget who said this, but you want to see a person through all 4 seasons, which means that when you first meet somebody, you are met with their representative, and then after you really get to know them, you get to know who that real person is. And I think by after 7 years, we had surpassed that introductory level, and we were just checking off boxes and reaching new chapters in our life. It made sense to be married. We were making life-changing decisions together, like moving here. We moved to Texas from home, and it just makes sense to be married, for security reasons, and then also for companionship, and then the most important thing, for love. So yeah.
And what are some of the things that you had to learn during the process of getting married, individually and as a couple together?
To my first point about not seeing Black love in the home, I didn't really know what it was to be a wife. I didn't know what that meant, what was required of me, which is why it took us a while to reach this chapter, because I don't think either one of us knew what that meant. So that's one thing for sure. We had to learn, especially through counseling, what I was responsible for doing, what we were responsible for doing. So I think that's one thing I had to learn. Of course, learning to be selfless. It's not just me. That's still something, you have to learn. I'm going to let you go.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me was just knowing that now we are a team. It's no more I, more we. When you single or prior to being married, you pretty much got the freedom to, I want to get up and I want to go play basketball, or I'm ready to go to the gym. Oh, shoot, I'm hungry. I'm going to get something to eat. Now, you can't really do that. Well, I can do that, but it's more so about, I guess, balancing my time. So it's like, all right, before I could go to the gym and stay in the gym all day. Now it's like, all right, well, I can only do an hour and a half in the gym. Then when I come home, I got to get some time to my wife. We might want to go out or watch a movie or, do something at the house. So just balancing my time. And obviously, if I'm getting something to eat, I can't come in the house with some Chipotle, you know what I'm saying, for myself. Yeah. So bringing back food for both of us. I think those are the main things: balancing my time, being selfless, as she said, and I think for me, just being a husband, just being more responsible. We at a point now where we own a home, so just responsibilities that I have around the house, responsibilities.
Different.
Yeah, to my wife, and then one day, we will have, a kid, bringing a kid into it. And it's like now I'm responsible for a child as well. So it just I feel more responsible. I will say that, just more responsible. It's like you plan for keeps all the time. You know what I mean? It's like every day is a championship game. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot on the line. So it's a lot of pressure, but it's good pressure though.
One thing about it, you're going to have a basketball reference.
No, full legend right there.
Certified.
All right. Last question. Being that y'all have completed 1 year, forever to go. But in this 1 year, what is some advice that you would give to someone that's in the process of, thinking about marriage and things like that, I know obviously it didn't come easy, so, and as completing this year, what advice would you give to someone that was in your position past, you know what I'm saying?
And I would say number one, just take your time. It's no rush.
I was literally about to say that.
I would recommend taking time and getting to know your partner and building a solid foundation. By foundation, I mean friendship. So just building a solid friendship, because you gotta think you marrying this person, man. You're gonna be waking up to this person for the rest of your life. So whatever bond y'all have, it's gonna have to be deeper than attraction. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to really, like this person, enjoy being around this person. So, after a while, once that attraction wears off, what else is keeping you around? Or she look good. I mean, there's a lot of people that look good, you know what I'm saying? So I would say take your time and really get to know this person and build a very solid foundation and strong friendship. Start there and see where that takes you.
Yes. And to the, run your own race. It's your race. And I think from our experience, because we got together so young, we got together, 19, 20 years old. So by the time we had graduated college, the outsiders, when y'all get married. Don't let outside people pressure you into doing something because it seems right, or, other people are saying, when you should do this. Move at your own pace, because you want to be able to build foundation. You want to be able to see a person through all 4 seasons. You want to be able to see a person through, difficult times, be with that person through that. Some people like to jump into things quickly because they see people on social media doing this, but what they don't show you is the ugly stuff. Nobody ever sees the ugly stuff. You have to be comfortable with the ugly stuff. You can't just get married for the cute pictures and the cute video, the nice ring, the nice dress. You have to get married for the ugly stuff too. So